Good Thursday morning, Kennedy Dragons. We are glad that you're joining us, whether it's digital or it is face-to-face. We're super excited that you're here. Today is Thursday. It is January 14th. It's the 87th day of the school year. And on Fridays, I bring you dad jokes. On Wednesday, I brought you a fact of the day. Well, Thursday is I'm going to be bringing a weird and wild fact of the day. So, how many of you have ever had to go to the bathroom really, really bad, like you could barely hold it? Or, how many of you guys have heard of wood frogs from Alaska? Well, guess what? You may not have ever heard of a wood frog in Alaska, but you probably have had to go to the bathroom for really, really bad. But guess what? An Alaskan wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months, sticking out through the region's long winters before going to the bathroom once the temperature actually increases. The urine actually helps keep the animal alive while it hibernates, with special microbes in their bellies that recycle the urine into nitrogen and help them through hibernation. Now that is a weird fact. Could you imagine holding your not going to the bathroom for 8 months? Whoa. All right, well, that's a weird fact. Now it's time for our pledge and our moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I'll work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be. Please take a moment to reflect silently on our day, our activities, and what we hope to accomplish. All right, we've done our pledges. We've done our moment of silence. It's time to model what good hand washing looks like. Remember, each day we talk about 4 things that you can do that can help us slow the spread of germs. 1, wear a mask. Wear it the right way, covering your nose, covering your mouth, tight around your ear so it doesn't fall down. 2, keep your social distance. That means don't get in each other's space. Make sure that you got plenty of space, 6 feet at least. Your arms are like 3 feet long, maybe. So your arms plus another set of arms that's how far away you need to be. And the third thing you can do, not the fourth thing, the third thing you can do is stay home when you're sick. So if you have a fever or you're throwing up, then you need to stay home until you feel better. And the fourth thing, and probably the most important thing we can do, is wash those hands. We need to be washing our hands frequently throughout the day. After we go to the bathroom, before we eat, after you touch something. If you can do it with soap and water, that's the best. If you can't do it with soap and water, make sure you're using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. So let's practice what it looks like to wash our hands effectively. All right, so when we're washing our hands, we want to make sure that we get soap, warm water, and make sure we're doing 20 seconds of hand washing. So we're going to rub fronts of our hands. Make sure you get the back of your hands, get the back of your other hand. Get in between your fingers, fingertips, thumb, wrist, and then you want to wash those germs down the sink. And get a towel, wipe it off, and your hands are nice and clean. All right, we've washed those hands. We've said our moment. We've done our moment of silence. We said our pledge. It is now time for our announcements for today. All right, for lunch today, chili cheese fries, garlic breadsticks. If there's starch for the French fries wasn't enough, we're going to give you garlic bread to go with that. If chili wasn't bad enough for your breath, garlic bread on top of that. Broccoli trees, crunchy broccoli trees. baby carrots, and diced pears. If you do not want the chili cheese fries with the garlic bread, broccoli, baby carrots, and diced pears, you can always get PB&J. I don't think we're going to have the yogurt or muffin today, so you can get that. But you will get the broccoli, baby carrots, and diced pears, because I always want to have broccoli and baby carrots with my PB&J. So there you go. There's your lunch. All right, just one more announcement. We got really good on our dismissal the last 2 days. Thank you guys for listening and paying attention. One thing we need to make sure that we're working on is still wearing our masks, okay? I know when you go to recess, you guys get a break from the mask when you go out there, but when you're outside at Car Rider Line, because we're not spread around, we're not running around, we need you to make sure you have your mask on over your nose, over your mouth. So please help us with that. And I think that is it. All right, it is time for our morning message. Our morning message is on responsibilities and sharing responsibilities. There is still more to learn from geese. When the lead goose gets tired, he moves to the back, relaxes, and lets another goose lead for a while. The Chinese understand this wisdom, and they say, no matter how stout, one beam cannot support a house. In other words, no matter how strong, one goose cannot be the leader for the entire trip any more than one beam can hold up the entire house. So if you've been carrying the biggest load and need a rest, remember to ask for help, or give someone else a chance to be a leader. If, on the other hand, you've been following too much and not sharing the work, step forward and be a leader. With something to think about, I'm Mr. Butcher. Make today your masterpiece or not. Remember, the choice is yours. And that's true. You know what? If you're working in a group, you know what? You guys should all have the same amount. You can't rely on one person to do all the work and then you just sit back. Or you can't, it's not really even fair to you. You shouldn't be doing all the work. Everyone should be doing that. So make sure you're doing that. Don't get overwhelmed. And when you've been working really, really hard, it's okay to take a break. You know, and sometimes we forget to do that. We need to take a break now. But we don't need to take a break all the time. You know, we just need to be responsible with our breaks. All right, that's all the announcements I have for today. Please help me, Mr. Newport, your teachers, keep you safe. That's our job, to keep you safe. And if you're a digital student, help your parents keep you safe. That's their job, to keep you safe. And your guys can help. Your job's to help us, and you can help us by being a ready, being a respectful, and being a responsible leader who's focused on graduating in the year. Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible leader focused on graduation, you are fully committed to student success. All right, boys and girls that are in the building, it is time for our mask check. Make sure that we're putting our mask on. When we put our mask on, make sure we're putting it over our nose. Make sure it's covering our mouth. Make sure it's tight around our ears so it doesn't fall down. Okay, you guys have a thrilling Thursday. I love you very much.